Anyway, stay safe. Stop killing each other. Keep your arse at home. They're the three valid points. Alright, safe. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Now, it's always a tragedy when an innocent life has been taken away in such a brutal and cold and callous manner, and the same can be said about 18-year-old boxer Kershaw, who was blasted in the chest in a gangland hit, all for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So this senseless shooting stemmed from not Kershaw himself, but from a love triangle that got way out of hand concerning his best friend and Cameron Mohammed. Now, we do not even know who the love interest is, but what we do know is, on both sides there was bad animosity between Spencer and Cameron, since they had both dated the same girl. On one occasion, Spencer was beaten up by a gang during the tit-for-tat scenario, and on another occasion, Spencer Woods had threatened to blow up Cameron's mother's house. Again, in this bitter rivalry, the innocent party was the person who ultimately paid the ultimate price. 18-year-old Kershaw was an innocent party in all of this. He did not partake in a feud at all. In fact, it was actually noted that Cole was the only person who tried to veer Woods away from the feud, and it was just an unfortunate circumstances that Cole was in the wrong place at the wrong time when the gunman approached. So let me just set the scene. On August 12th of last year, talented boxer Kershaw was shot in the chest after a car chase through the busy streets of Bury, Manchester, when Spencer Woods was the intended target in a gang hit. After the car chase, the car was only stopped due to crashing. Now, what's so insane and unbelievable about this scene is Cameron and his friends were firing the gun while actively pursuing them in a car before it crashed. Cameron was in the BMW and Woods and his friends was in the Ford Mondeo. Their actions meant that they intended for everyone to die that night, innocent or not. After the car crashed, Cole and Woods and his associates got out of the Ford Mondeo and made a run for it, but the gunman pursued. Cole was shot in the side of his chest, and the bullet mashed him up completely. It caused severe damage to the main artery to his heart. After being shot, Cole actually tried to continue to run, but the pain was so crippling. During the trial, the court watched footage of Cole crying out in pain that was recorded from a nearby house. Again, Kershaw was shot in the chest, and as he lay dying in the Bury streets, the boxer and apprentice scaffolder told his mate Spencer Wood, "He shot me, bro, he shot me," and sadly he succumbed to his severe injuries. Now, after the immediate aftermath of the shooting, Cameron phoned a friend and asked them to pick up petrol. Once they got the petrol, the BMW Cameron and his associates were travelling was set alight, and he also burned his clothes. Of course, news of the killing spread fast, and during the rumours, Cameron is rumoured to have told a friend that Cole deserved to die. Again, during a second conversation a few days later, Cameron actually admitted to firing 3 shots and explained that the wrong person died that night on August 12th. Now, during a 5-week trial, 3 men were found guilty of the murder. Again, the rival Cameron Mohammed, Kayem Kashid and Mohammed Khan were all found guilty of the murder, and all 3 men were also convicted of possessing a firearm with intent to endanger life. This was a case of emotions running wild. Instead of both parties trying to keep their distances and actually agreeing to not agree with each other, what Spencer and Cameron did was get other people involved in a stupid love feud that did not warrant a death. Now, because of this, Cameron ensured that other people got roped into the tit-for-tat violence, and as for Spencer, he put his best mate's life in jeopardy, even if it was intended or not. Sometimes you have to accept getting beaten up. That happens in life, unfortunately, but at least you can just move on. But then, on the other hand, saying that you will blow up someone's house, or someone's mother's house, that would make anybody go on the offensive. To be honest, both parties are guilty, and it's unfortunate that an 18-year-old person was shot dead due to being around his friends. For murder, Cameron was sentenced to 27 years in prison. Kashid was sentenced to 27 years also, and as for Khan, he was sentenced to 24 years in prison. All I can say is condolences to Cole Kershaw's family, and his death was not warranted at all. Stay safe.